Priya, you were addressing the bend to the offender with the lazy, the feminism thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, and with women seeking the less than top 1% of men, the majority of men feel undervalued, first of all. And therefore, I think they don't feel like they need to work to become better and to become like masculine men that can provide for their families. And yeah,
men don't feel appreciated.
No, they don't feel appreciated. And I mean, it's hard to not blame, or it's hard to blame the victim, but you know, men do have to become accountable at some point. Agreed. And decide that they want to strive to be that 1% of men. So,
but even if you become accountable, and we can all put our standards a bit lower for men, there's still the technology now that exists that gives women the ability to just have a roster of men from all over the world that hasn't been there before.
Yeah, so women need to take accountability themselves as well. I don't think that's a sustainable way to live or a good way to live.
Wait.
But
one question for you. So you said that men should strive to become that 1%.
Not necessarily strive to become the 1%, but I think that everybody should strive to continuously become better.
Yeah, but as he said earlier, there are different standards that women put onto men, so it's harder to become that 1% because not only do you have to be good looking,
absolutely.
fit,
I'm not saying that everyone's going to become that 1%.
I don't think it's that hard. I really don't. I think no one's fucking trying. No, like you know, when I meet kids, when I meet guys that are under the age of 25, they do nothing. They do nothing. There is a small, let's say the top 16% of men. It has never been easier to get into that top 16% of men. Dude, take a fucking class on copywriting, on like learn how to build a sales funnel. Seriously, learn affiliate marketing. There's so many ways to make like 400 grand.
That's not the top 1%.
No, but it's one of the things. And then go to the gym 6 days a week. There's so many things. Bro, there are books you can read. It is so accessible for men to become that top.
But when are we going to talk about men's mental health and maybe their lack of ability to really get to that spot? Because I don't really see men talking about that, and I don't really see women talking about that either.
Because we have to perform. It's like our mental health when we get there.
But that's the part that we need to break down, right? Because if I'm
considering walk instead of talking the talk.
Well, I'm considering like what's happening now in like mainstream social media and like the United States and Western societies. Like there's a movement for men that's happening right now, and it's evolving. And
I agree that mental health with men has always been quite neglected, but I think that there's a mental health epidemic going on that is completely obscure and blown out of proportion. There is this idea now in society that if you are not continuously happy all the time, that there's something wrong with you and there's something wrong with your lifestyle. Our ancestors understood that life was trying and difficult and complex, and the road to happiness was long and trying. And now we think that we can just walk down the street and be this happy butterfly all the time, and if we're not, we're doing something incorrect.
Why do you think that is?
I think social media, I think feminism has told everybody this, because if you are not making your own way as a woman, and then men are neglecting their duties because they're told that they are not going to ever be enough, I think that there's a multitude of reasons for this.
Which perpetuates the chasm between men and women understanding each other, being able to really
being able to understanding it.
Yeah,
in what way?
For example, like how much effort do you think women, like the average woman, puts into?
What? Oh, hold on. Just hold that thought. Hold on. I have to re-trigger it because there's a curse word, I guess, or not. I think give it 1 sec. It'll re-trigger.
I don't necessarily know that men and women have to understand each other in order to get along.
I don't think so either.
And here's the thing: if you are a woman and you have short-term values, you were saying women have to do something, or men have to do. No, they don't. That's the point. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Oh, is it not gonna? Okay, yeah, it's probably okay. They are disgusting predators and online. That needs to be nationwide banned. I grew up in this digital age. I know the majority of men are watching highly advanced and addictive porn starting at the age of 12 and are being groomed by social media. By the way, yeah, I think it probably, he's saying prawn. So
OF and prawn stars.
Yeah. The industry also has a lot to do with this and the decline of masculine men in society.
You can watch prawn and still have a job
and traditional
still be
women.
A masculine man. That's just an addictive personality. Just like you can get addicted to drugs.
That
or
industry
drinks.
specifically breeds addiction, first of all. Second of all, there are a lot of things that corn does to your mental health to your hormones.
Sticky
Wow, okay,
Side
that's
Down
coming in.
donated $99. Speaking of distractions, shout out to Priya. Brian, tell her about the time I saved you from that bear/tiger/monkey hybrid.
Sure.
Ronnie's a chump. Let's grab a drink next time I'm in NorCal.
Wow, you now
Would
have
love to hear about your beautiful horses.
you now have 2 suitors tonight. You have
Well,
Ronnie.
wait, time out. Do you guys remember before when you guys are like, well, women have to change? No, the fuck they don't. No, they don't. I think they should, but don't point this out to me and tell me women have to change, because in the short term, what will happen is they can all. We had a girl on the show the other day. She's girls did. Had 2 kids with a dude, still films with other guys, comes home to her husband who like allows this whole thing to happen. No, you can find a dude, you just probably aren't going to like him very much. There's so many what are called not superfluous, what's the word? Surplus men. That's what Dr. Richard Reeves calls them. There's so many surplus men out there because they aren't taking the time to garner the abundance in their life. And once they have that abundance, then they can set the boundaries that they want. And when they have those boundaries, then they will, if someone cheated on them, they would say, okay, you cheated, whatever, I'm going to move on to someone else. I'm not going to go back to this because I understand what my boundaries are, right? They're not going to take a job that's going to abuse them. They're not going to be with a woman who doesn't treat them the way that they want to be treated. But that's what a high status man would do. A low status man is not going to do that. A low status man is going to chase. He's going to do everything he can. He doesn't have the ability to cheat.